T-test in Excel. In this video, I will show you how to conduct a t-test in order to compare two datasets and determine whether or not there is a statistically significant difference. In order to do a t-test, you need two datasets to compare to each other. I have already calculated the mean, mode, and standard deviation for these datasets. In another cell, I will enter the label t-test. And in the cell below, I will enter equals t-test, parentheses. And you will see a small label which says array 1, array 2, tails, and type. Array 1 and array 2 refer to your two datasets which you want to compare to each other. Tails refers to whether you want a one-tailed or a two-tailed test. A one-tailed test is used if you want to determine whether there is a statistical difference in only one direction. A two-tailed test is used if you want to find a difference in either direction. The value entered for tails must be 1 or 2. Any other number will give an invalid calculation. The type can be a value of 1, 2, or 3. A type 1 t-test will be for paired or dependent variables. A type 2 test is for independent variables with equal variances. A type 3 test is for independent variables with unequal variances. So, to enter the information, after the parentheses, for array 1, I will select all of the numbers for population 1. Then I will add a comma, and then for array 2, I will select all of the numbers for population 2. And again, add a comma. Now for tails, I want to have a two-tailed test, so I will enter 2, comma. For the type, I want to have an independent variable with unequal variances, so I will enter 3. I will then close the parentheses and press enter. The number which shows up in this cell is the p-value. Based on your experimental setup, a statistically significant difference will usually be determined by whether the p-value is less than 0.05 or less than 0.10. If the p-value calculated from the t-test is less than or equal to that number, let's say 0.05, then we can say that there is a statistically significant difference between the two datasets, representing population 1 and population 2. In this case, the p-value that was calculated in the t-test is 0.589, and so we can see that a difference between these is not statistically significant.